I don't think this fight goes any differently than the first one. I think Usman's going to go out there and win a decision. Maybe he finishes it this time, but I think it's more likely that Usman goes out there and just, grinds out Jorge Masvidal. He's clearly got an advantage in this fight with the wrestling. He can always revert to that, although his stand-up has come a long way, and he can take a punch. We saw that from his ex-teammate Gilbert Burns in their last fight. Usman able to survive that and come back. I could see the same thing happening here. Even if Masvidal does land a great shot, I think Usman's chin is very underrated, and I think he goes out there and wins another decision against Jorge Masvidal in the rematch at UFC 261.
So Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. Look, this is an easy pick. It's obviously going to be Kamaru Usman. He can beat him anywhere he wants, I think. If he wants to take this fight down, if he wants to push him against the cage again, if he wants to outstrike him, I think he can. This is a rematch that I've absolutely no interest in seeing because I think everyone knows the result already. Now, can Masvidal come out and hit him with a flying knee or him with a big shot and knock him out? Absolutely. But what percentage chance would you give that? Very, very low. The pick here is Usman, and I don't think he'll have too much trouble with it.
Kamaru Usman, Jorge Masvidal. I think Jorge Masvidal is absolutely fantastic. I do think there's legitimacy in the fact that he didn't get a full camp, because anytime you get a fighter on a full camp, they're going to be better. I don't care if you're a Kamaru Usman fan who said he's looking for excuses or not. That is a fact. Full camp, full preparation is always going to be better. But in the end, I just think Kamaru Usman, his wrestling and that slick jab he's had and the whatever foot stomps you want to do, I just think he gets the job done. At worst, Jorge Masvidal just might be the second best welterweight in the world, which is nothing to hang your hat on. I just see and still, but it is very close.
All right, Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal 2. I don't have any reason to believe that this fight goes any differently than the first time. I mean, Usman very clearly won that decision, and I think he's going to win very clearly again. They're going to say that Masvidal is going to have a full training camp for this time, so it's going to be different, and he'll be better prepared and whatnot. And yeah, he'll be better prepared in the sense that he knows what he's going to get. But then again, that might not even be true when you think about how much Usman, his striking has improved since coming across Trevor Whitman. This doesn't look very good for Masvidal. I mean, who already, I think, with the versions of them that existed at their first meeting, had he had a full camp, then the same thing most likely would have happened. So I think Usman cruises to an easy win here. The question, I think, is going to be, does he get the finish? That's the real question here. That improved striking with the power he has, it's probably not going to be a good night for Masvidal.
Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal 2. I really don't have a lot to say about this fight. I think that this rematch shouldn't even be happening in the first place. The first fight was very, very one-sided. Kamaru Usman was one-way traffic in that one, and I expect more of the same in this one, if not a more dominant, impressive. And the only way that they would be more dominant would be if Usman probably got a finish, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I would be a little surprised if he knocked out Masvidal clean, but I think that we could see an accumulation of damage or just him unloading so much after getting him on the ground to where he gets a TKO, and it's not intelligent defense, and Masvidal is just stopped in that fashion. Maybe he complains after, who knows? But either way, I cannot see this fight going any differently than the rematch unless it is more one-sided, because Kamaru Usman, in the one fight he's had since then, looked incredible despite, being hurt in the first round. It was a real championship performance. So I expect more of the same from the champ in this one.
I can't look past Kamaru. I really can't. Like, it's the performance that he turned in against Gilbert Burns, and he showed, like, he went through adversity. Obviously, he got dropped early doors, but he's just shown the heart and the indomitable spirit of a champion. And we haven't really seen, we haven't seen Masvidal since that fight, obviously, have we? So we don't know if he's improved his takedown defense or to the level that is required against Kamaru. And I mean, that level that is required against Kamaru is something else. So unfortunately for Masvidal, I'm going to go with Kamaru Usman to win by decision again.
Kamaru Usman, Masvidal 2. I do expect it to go a little bit differently than the first fight. I don't think we'll quite get the parade of foot stomps that we saw the first time around. So sorry for fans of that stuff. But no, I do think Usman will still win a decision. I just think skill wise he's better. I think I do think he fought a little bit more conservatively in the first fight because it was such a weird last minute change. You really don't want to take any risks. But man, he's peaking right now. He looks like one of the best 170 pounders of all time, and I think he gets the job done in even more convincing and slightly more entertaining fashion. So Usman and Still.
So the last time these guys fought last summer, I was crazy and I went and picked Masvidal, and everyone's like, "You're nuts!" And it was such a bad pick, especially on short notice, right? I want to pick him again, but I just can't do it after getting burned last time. So I got to go with Usman here, guys. He's just the better MMA fighter, the more well-rounded fighter, the better grappler. That's what it comes down to. He's the better grappler. I don't think Masvidal's been able to short up his takedown defense enough in the last 9 months where he's going to be able to stop these takedowns consistently. So let's go with Usman once again, unanimous decision.